You're listening to Fiction Fairies, two authors chasing joy and creativity. I'm author Christine DePetrillo.
And I'm author Amanda Torrey.
Welcome to our podcast where we amplify joy, whimsy, and the magic of the written word. How are you today, Amanda?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay myself, and I hope all of our joylings are doing okay.
Oh, I hope so too. It is a good season for joy.
It is. Yes, I love your scarf. Very festive.
Oh, thank you. Trying to be festive today with my green Ireland scarf. And I love your red sweater. Yeah. It's very festive.
It's a little bit bright, I think. I'm not a red person. I'm more of a green person because I like to blend into the trees. I want to be absorbed by them.
Become one. You are an autumn leaf today.
My natural setting is to be camouflaged, and this is a little bit of a blinking beacons. So for those of you that are just listening, Amanda has a lovely green Scotland-inspired scarf on. It's just gorgeous. And I have on a very bright, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, red fleece top with some snowflakes on it that I only haul out once a year because I hate it because it's red.
But girl, you were born to stand out.
I don't know. It's like I always toy with that trying of red lipstick, and I'm like, I just can't. I can't do it. It's too much. So anyway.
I've never been able to do that.
So here we are,
Definitely
being festive.
Well, hey, we are so festive. We're so festive. And joylings, we'd love to see how you're looking festive today. So, hit us up.
'Tis the season.
It is the season, right? And it's very cold in my house today, so a scarf actually feels quite nice.
Yeah, me too. With the fleece, I'm feeling toasty.
Yes, I love it. So one of the things we like to do here on Fiction Fairies is share what's in our chalice, which is where we just kind of chat about what we're drinking. And today mine is rather boring. I'm just sticking to the water cup, getting my hydration. And how about you, Christine? What are you drinking?
Well, today I did haul out my little snowman mug. That's what I'm holding up right now because here in Vermont, it's basically been snowing since Halloween, I think. But anyway, so I have some honey vanilla chamomile tea that I just bought this week, and it is. Yeah, I was craving vanilla for some reason. I'm in the supermarket and, going row by row, which I hate food shopping. And instantly when I go into the market, I'm not hungry for anything.
Yes.
So, every time. So if there was a chore I could pay someone else to do, that would be the one. But I just had this hankering for vanilla, and I found this honey vanilla chamomile tea that's been just a delight. So,
that sounds delicious.
It's been yummy. Our main goal on this podcast is to meet authors and other creative people, go behind the scenes into the creative process, build a whimsical and weird community, highlight the power of play, and find joy in creativity. So, Amanda, joy, all the joy, and all the weirdness. Joy and weirdness.
Oh, so much weirdness.
I feel like we need shirts that say joy on the front and weirdness on the back, or maybe the other way around.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe the other way around, because people need a warning that the weird is coming, and then
then
as they pass by us, they'll realize that they experienced true joy.
I love that. It's like, it's not like scary weird. It's good weird. It's like we invite you to be weird with us. Like, who doesn't want to be accepted and loved and appreciated for their weirdness?
I mean, this could be an official Joyling t-shirt. Weird on the front, joy on the back.
I think so.
Again, let's put that in the workshopping bucket, which that bucket gets really...
I love your idea.
That bucket gets really full, doesn't it?
It's a very full bucket.
It does.
We're very creative, weird people.
So
we'll have a merch table. Someday so many people are going to be listening to us that they're going to be like, will you come to an event? And we'll be there with all of our weirdness, inviting you to play with us and be weird with us. And we'll have merch tables and fun. There will be dancing, whether there's music or not.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. That's how...
Maybe even a unicorn inflatable or some drums.
Maybe we have access to these things. This is true.
We do.
So I'm wondering, how did you invite joy into your life since our last episode?
Oh my goodness. Well, this is kind of a big one. Usually I try to tackle little joys, but I went to Scotland and England which is not uncommon. I go there a lot, but this, so I had Thanksgiving early with my children. They're all adults. My middle son is married and has a child now, which is wonderful. But so I try to keep holidays very stress-free for them so that they don't have to figure out who's place to go into on Thanksgiving and this and that. So anyway, we planned for all of us to be together on the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Or Saturday. I think it's Saturday. Which was wonderful because anytime I get my children all in the same room, it's my favorite thing in the whole world. It feels really good. So, and of course with my little grandbaby who's just so cute. But anyway, so then because we already did Thanksgiving, I was able to travel. So we flew out. I worked Monday and Tuesday, and then after work on Tuesday, went straight to the airport. And then Wednesday night, we went to meet my friend, and my daughter and I went to go see a Macbeth performance in Stratford-upon-Avon, which is like pretty cool anyway, because that's Shakespeare's hometown. I'm not a huge Shakespeare fan. However, those of you who know me know that in addition to my life partner that I live with and love tremendously, I also have a boyfriend. He's not little, he's massive. His name is Sam Hewen. You may be familiar with him. He's a very fine actor, plays Jamie Fraser in Outlander, and that's where I fell in love with him. He doesn't know necessarily that he's my boyfriend, but he is. And he was playing in this theater, and so we managed to get tickets for the day before Thanksgiving. So we kind of like red-eyed it over there, and and it was the most amazing experience because this theater only sat 200. So it was very intimate. And like, it's like he was right there.
Wow.
Like right there. And during his monologues, he would look up at the audience, and I swear we made eye contact. Like, I'm like, now you know the love we share. But, and also what was cool was that Katrina Balfe, who plays his love interest Claire in Outlander, was there in the audience.
Oh, wow.
And we made a friend with this woman who was sitting near us, and she actually spotted her first, and she's like, oh, Katrina's here. So it was the funniest thing because we talk about fandoms, and I'm a huge Outlander fan, so I just love this fandom. And so, we have this parasocial relationship where I feel like I know them and they have no idea who I am. But I was like walking down the stairs, and she was standing at the bottom of the stairs, and we made eye contact, and I was like, hi! Like, she would also know who I am. Like, we were just separated and just saw each other for the first time in a long time.
I love it.
And it was so funny. And then she was sitting, like, directly across from us. The stage was a square, and there were seats all on the four sides. And she was, like, directly across from us. So then, of course, I'm like, do I watch the play or do I watch Katrina Balfe?
Yeah, it's one of those where you need, like, in sports, you need, like, multiple cameras so you can be watching multiple things at once.
I know. And I'm trying to be so respectful. I'm like, she's just here as a human being, not in an official capacity. So, like, we didn't, like, approach her other than saying hi, passing by, But, it was
That is awesome.
It was wild. It was fun. And then we just did, like, we went up to Scotland and, we spent a day in Edinburgh and all that stuff. So, I'm banging my wand on the desk.
Juggling?
Sorry about that sound.
Juggling show down there?
Too excited. So that was all my joy. Yeah. It was very lovely, and I'm kind of like coasting on it now.
That's awesome.
How about you? I want to hear about your joy.
You shared air with these two actors that you adore. How awesome is that?
Right?
That's joy.
I'm like, if he his sweat could be carrying through the air and landing on me. If he's spitting while he's speaking, I could be breathing on it.
Took a little piece of that with you home. Talk about a souvenir.
I have Sam Hewen DNA somewhere.
That means if you can find the right scientists, perhaps you could clone your own copy.
I could bring my cardboard cutout of him to life.
Wait, put this in the workshop bucket. I have an idea. Oh, I love it. Well,
to be fair, I did not buy myself the cardboard cutout. My sister gave it to me as a funny gift, but it does live here in my home.
Sure. I get it. I understand. I love it. Talk about fandom, right? You got to have a cardboard cutout. Yeah. That's how you know you're like true fan. That's awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, it's my boyfriend. That's the closest I can get to having him in my physical space.
And those cardboard cutouts, I mean, their size, shape, dimension.
Very realistic.
They're.
It scares
I was
people.
Gonna say they're those things that like you walk by and see like out of the corner of your eye, and you're like, whoa, who's that?
Mm-hmm. You jump.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to be a jerk and like put it in my window because I live on Main Street. I just like put it there. I'm like, yes, I have a Highland Warrior because he's in his kilt
the whole thing.
Sword.
Yeah.
He's Jamie Fraser.
Perfect.
So.
I love it. You know, someday we need to take one of our book characters and have a cardboard cutout made. I think that would be super
Yes.
fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely. He could go on a tour.
yeah. Well, my joy is not as exciting, large scale, but it's exciting to me.
Mm.
So I found that I apparently have this trend of trying to like learn something through the
Ah,
long, cold winter months here in Vermont.
I
So, you
love
know, one
that.
year I did a yoga course online and got certified. Last year I
Mm.
did the singing bowls and got certified online. Of course, then that meant I had
Cool.
to buy a full set of singing bowls
Of
because you
course,
can't
naturally.
resist, right?
I mean, you need to have
Yeah,
that.
so this year I found a forest therapy course. And again, it's got you know a couple of lessons in it, a couple of modules, and then you are certified to be a forest therapist, whatever that means. But
Love
the thing
that.
that snagged me in seeing the advertisement, because you know all the algorithms out on the interwebs know how much I love trees, so they're obviously
Of course.
feeding me all of these things. It knows that I have a feral forest witch soul deep inside me. Yeah,
Ooh, that's another t-shirt
yeah,
idea.
so the ad talked about the importance of trees, and you know I'm all about that. So I was like, "Yep, one click, I will
Absolutely.
take this course and learn these things for this winter." So
Oh,
that's my winter project. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this knowledge. I mean, the yoga. Do I teach yoga? No. The sound bowls.
but you
Do I
could.
play for anyone else but me and my dog and my husband? No. Forest
But you could.
therapy. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I do have you know access to a lot of forests. So, but I did have somebody say to me that when I said, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with all these tools. And she called them tools. She was the one that called them tools. She's like, no, you're just
Mm.
gathering these tools and you're putting them in your backpack. And she's like, and
Oh,
someday you're going to be called upon. You know, there's going to be some. Is there
yes.
anybody out there that knows how to do yoga and singing bowls and forest therapy? And you're going to be like, hi, I
Oh,
do. I know all that
you're
and I'll be
there.
ready.
You're
So
there.
I hope that's true. I hope it will
That's
be useful. But
fantastic.
I'm feeling joyful about it to, you know, learn more about trees
Yes.
and how the forest can heal. I totally believe that, as I know you do too.
Absolutely. Yes,
So we'll
100%.
see. I'm joyful about starting that. So far, I just took the first module, which was about like the history of forest bathing and Shinrin Yoku, which is the Japanese word for it that literally means forest bathing. But we'll
Awesome.
see. We'll see what I end up doing with it. I don't know.
Well, Christine, I love that, and I will say that you do have a good friend here who needs forest and needs
Oh,
therapy.
well, you'll be my first client. There we go. Okay.
Forest therapy would be the best. Oh my gosh, yes, that sounds fantastic.
So
I love it.
learning, you
That's
know,
awesome. That would definitely bring
yeah,
joy.
learning in general just brings me joy. I
Yes,
can't
me
stop it. I mean,
too.
if I could just be, you know, stop everything and just be a student forever, like sure, sign me up. Let's
Me
do it.
too. Me too. I don't even understand people who don't learn
Yeah.
something every day. Like, I just
Mm,
can't
mm.
understand it. I mean, they're probably a lot more
Yeah,
peaceful, maybe,
maybe. I don't know. I
but
mean, I guess my hope too is just to keep the brain active, you know what I mean?
true.
So, you got to it's a muscle, right?
Seems true.
We got to keep it going.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. This, especially as we're, getting up there in our
yes.
crone
Mhm.
years, it's good to keep the brain
Yep.
flexible,
Try to
add those neural
weed
pathways.
through that crone fogness, you know, that just
Yes.
descends every once in a while. So,
It does. The magic, the magic.
yep.
Well, since it's December and the holidays are approaching, as we are dressed for today, sort of, we thought our spirit of joy topic for today's episode could be simple ways to make the holidays feel magical.
Yay!
And I feel like I need some glitter to
Yes.
throw in the air at that moment. So here, imagine glitter falling
Oh,
around you. Sorry,
that's
Christine.
no, that's my favorite kind of glitter, imaginary.
Oh, imaginary glitter.
It's so easy to
Not
clean
me.
up.
I love when it gets stuck on
Oh
everything. I'm
God,
like,
no.
yes, there's glitter from that project 5 years
No,
ago. It's
no,
still
no,
there. I
no,
love
no.
it. I love it. If I could just have glitter. In fact, I'm looking at my walls and like when I paint walls, I always buy those glitter packs to mix into the
Oh
paint
boy.
so that the walls are like shimmery. Like you can't tell. Actually, I don't think I did it in this one. I did it when I painted this room before I painted
Mm.
this current color. I did it, but yeah, a lot of my rooms have that glitter mixed in.
Whew.
You would love it,
Chrissy. You'd catch me with like a dust buster trying to get it off the walls.
Yeah. But it's like in there permanently. Yeah. Like it's in there. It's like textured and the sunlight hits it and it's beautiful.
No, I can see how that would be pretty. Absolutely. I mean, I suppose I'd be okay with that glitter because it's like stuck. Mm-hmm. It's not loose and carried and
it's not getting in your eye.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I love it. I'm like, oh, I have glitter in my eye. That's so awesome. I'm so shimmery.
Yay, so it's scratching my cornea.
Yes, yeah. Scratched cornea, so I'll remember the glitter forever. Yeah. I'm an eternal optimist, okay? So we did create a graphic for our joylings, if you're interested. It is 10 simple ways to make the holidays feel magical, and the link to it will be in the show description. You'll be able to find it on our Substack. Mm-hmm. But we figured we would discuss. We just picked like 10 of like our top faves. But we have a few more that we've brainstormed. And of course, we are always interested in hearing what you, the joylings, do to make your holidays feel magical. Yay. So I'm going to just dive in here, Christine, because I know that you would never share this one. This is definitely an Amanda creation.
An Amanda contribution.
Yes. Because Christine, if you're watching YouTube, watch her closely because she's probably going to try to be very polite, but her body language is going to let you know what she actually thinks about my idea. But she loves me anyway, and, I appreciate that. So, my first idea for making the holidays a little extra magical is adding edible glitter to your drinks. And why stop at drinks? To be fair, you can sprinkle that stuff on your pancakes, in your oatmeal. They come in these little tubs. It's edible. It's safe. It's beautiful. It'll swirl around in your drinks and just make it so much more special. You could rim it, if you're having like a nice cocktail, you could just put it on top of your tea. Absolutely makes the holidays more magical, as they should be.
I mean, I feel like they probably...
Are you okay?
I'm okay, and I feel like they made this edible glitter with you in mind, basically.
I think they did. I wish they sold it by the gallon.
Oh, that's great. I like, the recipes that you pass on to your children will be like, add 1 cup of glitter.
Yes, they'll be like, what is this?
No, I like it. It's great. I mean, you're not going to find edible glitter in my cabinets, I'll admit. But yes.
Now I feel like next time I visit you,
I know you're gonna slip it in there, right? Yeah.
Give me ideas. Yeah. Gonna put it in your tavern.
Well, you know what? And if you are gonna put edible glitter in your food, it'll go well with our next simple way to make the holidays feel magical, which is to take out your pretty plates and your fancy mugs and think about creative displays that you can make that feel, magical and creative and weird. I mean. I was thinking about this the other day. I have this little set of saucers and mugs that have like a very delicate holly, like ivy kind of thing. They've got like a little gold rim. And I've got to dig those out to have a little magic. Yes. The only problem is yes, they are magical, but they're delicate, and I am a grade A klutz. My dad used to call me Butterfingers because I used to spill my milk almost every day at dinner, and it would go right over into where he sat. So he always had this flood of whatever I was drinking. And then my mom would call me Grace because I was bumping into things all the time. So whenever I take out...
Well, my nickname was Jinx, so I think I figured out why we get along.
Yes, there you go. There's the common thread, yes.
Yeah.
But, so, I love pretty cups and so, like, even when I go into an antique store and I see I have all those antique mugs and they're so delicate and beautiful, I'm like, oh, these are just gorgeous. But then I'm like, don't touch them because you're going to break them.
But can I redirect that thought a little bit? Because you have them and they're just sitting somewhere where you're not enjoying them.
I know, but they're safe.
So even if they break while you're using them, at least you got to enjoy them.
That is true.
And I mean, if you're only imagining how beautiful they are because you can't actually see them because they're in storage somewhere, then at least you could enjoy their beauty. Yes. And then you'll still have the memory of them even if you break all of them.
Or I could just be careful. There could be that too, where
I wouldn't push things, I wouldn't really test the universe on that one. That's true. But I would say that, if you think of like Beauty and the Beast and all these things, they like live to serve like these poor cups.
Oh, that's true.
Like they're just sitting, like they want to be in service to you. They want to make your holiday magical.
I'm going to tell you, the Beauty and the Beast reference just got me because I love anything Beauty and the Beast. And now to imagine that those fancy cups and saucers are in my cabinet just waiting to sing Be Our Guest to me.
Waiting.
Yes. So those are coming out tonight.
They're like, it's a holiday. Maybe she'll take us out. Yes. And then you don't?
All right, they're coming out tonight. Enjoy links.
I'm so glad.
I encourage you to do the same. Let's do it. Let's just do it.
Yes, please do it. Please do it. Nice. So, and along the same lines, I think that one of the joys that we think make the holiday magical is trying a new holiday recipe. And it could be anything, just like we have no shortage of options nowadays with the internet and all the cookbooks and all the Pinterest ideas. So pick one, make it easy, hard, whatever, just
I mean, I always find holiday dessert recipes to be very magical. Yes.
I'm always like obsessed with like new ways to make squash. Oh, like this year I did like a butternut squash and apple dish. And like it was like really pretty good. Nice. It's not like my favorite in the whole world, but
well, that's the thing too. Sometimes you stumble across these recipes that you just try and they do become your next favorite recipes. So
absolutely.
All right. Another way to make your holidays feel magical is to have a nightly candle that you light and make a wish. And if it's holiday scented candle, all the better. I just bought from Vermont Country Candles. It's a soy-based candle and it's balsam and cedar. Like, again, tree lover, right? So, and then it just smells like winter and Christmas, and it's perfect for making wishes. So,
oh my gosh. And like the idea of having a nightly ritual during these dark days when things are cold and you're just like in your home and lighting this candle and making a wish for yourself or your loved ones, like, I'm doing that. I'm starting that tonight. Okay, well, we must have twinkle lights.
Got it.
Twinkle lights everywhere. Stick them on a bookshelf. I have some hanging from my shower. It's a year-long thing, between the shower curtains. And I have like the fairy door. I think we talked about that. Fairy lights everywhere. I mean, twinkle lights, fairy lights,
same difference.
Get them.
Yeah.
Love it. Put them everywhere. Yep. It makes it magical.
Love it. That's one of my favorite things is to have all the other lights off and just the twinkle lights because they're like starry. Like who doesn't want to have like stars in their house, right?
Yeah, it's like fairy dust and stars and all the magical
things. And speaking of that, other things that I think you can pull into the house that make the holidays magical are like pine cones and evergreens. So decorating with nature, I think, brings a lot of joy, a lot of natural joy and magic to the holidays.
Oh, yes. Throw some cinnamon sticks in there, make it smell good.
Yes.
Love it. And hey, add some quirk to your decorating. Like, be weird. Do something crazy. Like, a lot of us love, like, the very traditional way of decorating. Some of us love the funky thing. But, like, just do like, one weird thing.
Something weird, whimsical, nostalgic. Like, for me, like, I do decorate. I don't really decorate for, like, Christmas or the holidays so much. It's more of, like, a winter since winter is so long up here. Let's go with winter. So I've got, snowy things, pine cones, evergreen, that kind of stuff. But the whimsical, weird kind of thing that I have is I have one Santa Snoopy. And it's like nostalgic of my childhood of loving Snoopy. And so he's got the full little Santa suit on and he's just out amongst all the other things. He doesn't really match or belong with anything, but he's there to bring his own Peanuts magic.
Yes, he is representing your childhood.
Yep.
Oh, the magic.
And, on the idea of decorating, a way to make the holidays magical is to kind of honor your own energy for decorating. I know with the internet and like Instagram and Pinterest, you see all of these decorating ideas and you see these homes that are like done up and sometimes we feel that need to be like, oh no, I'm not decorating enough or even the opposite, I'm decorating too much or, who cares? Decorate for the energy that you're feeling in this season. And that's whatever you do is whatever you do.
Absolutely. Now with my children all grown and nobody lives here, they don't live here anymore. I don't have the same desire to do a lot of decorating. Like I'll decorate before we celebrate our Christmas, but it's going to be small. But this year I did buy like basically what amounts to a fitted sheet that goes over your front door.
Oh, I love it.
That looks very Christmassy. So I was like, yeah, that's going to be my decorating for now.
Yeah, that's me too. I mean,
Low effort.
basically, I mean, in the winter we spend a lot of time where our wood stove is, so I basically decorated that room mostly. I mean, I have to say, I do admire when I see these things online and people have like, they've changed their whole bedding to be Christmas themed. And I'm just like, wow. But I'm like, I don't have that energy. I don't. So this one room is going to get the touches. And if you walk in any other room, it's ordinary time. So
yeah,
that's just it.
I love to like, you know, add like a nice little like wintry soap or something to the bathroom, or you know, just like have. But I mean, someday I might go all out again, you know, but it'll depend on how my energy is that year for it. Yep. And then one of the things that are so magical are simmer pots. Oh my goodness, get some like citrus and some star anise and some
clove,
cinnamon, clove. Oh my gosh. And just like let that simmer on your stove, and your house will just smell heavenly and magical and wonderful. And it's so much better to breathe in than all the artificial scents that, you know, we tend to get with the plugins. Yeah, yes. It's just a very homey, lovely way to make magic.
Yeah, and I mean, you get the double advantage of, you know, if you're simmering it in water, you're adding hydration to the air, because I know with our wood stove, like the air gets super dry. So with that simmer pot, you're hydrating the air, and you're if you know, put in these different things, it's the scents are really, I love like when I've been outside and then I come back in and that scent just hits you and you're like, oh, I feel like I'm in a country store. Like, love this.
Right? So true.
Yeah, love it.
So true. And since at Halloween time I treated myself to a new little like Smith and Clark cauldron that I make my beans and stuff in. It's perfect for simmer pots because it just makes me feel very like kitchen witchy, which I
perfect.
love.
Perfect. Yeah, I have a steamer that you put on top of the wood stove, and it's actually in the shape of a sleeping cat. So it's really kind of kitschy and cute. So that just sits there, and you can put whatever you want in there. It's cast iron as well, so it's perfect.
That's adorable. Yeah. I need a picture of that.
Okay, will do. Yeah, so definitely recommend the simmer pots, peeps.
So cute.
Next, we have kitchen dancing to holiday music, which is, if you haven't done it, it is magical.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you...
Do you have a favorite...
No, go ahead.
Do you have a favorite Christmas song that you like to dance to, or holiday song?
Well, so see, when it comes to Christmas music, while I do like the classics, I often will put on whatever I use for streaming music. It could be Spotify, Pandora, whatever. I had found a couple years ago alternative bands that have done alternative Christmas songs. So they're not even doing the classics, but it's like alt rock. But like like, you know, you've got the sleigh bells in the background, even though you know, they're singing like in an alt rock style, and so I kind of tend towards that. But I also love like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, who I used to go to see them like every year. I think I've seen them like 12 times. So I kind of like that offbeat sort of holiday music, as opposed to saying that, oh, you know, We Wish You a Merry Christmas is my favorite. So how about you?
I'm kind of like pretty standard. Like, of course, I love Taylor Swift's Christmas Tree Farm and Ed Sheeran's Christmas music. But I also love like the Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, like for dancing. Like that's such a good classic like dance. Oh, Wham! I mean, fun. George Michael, Last Christmas. Like, so I kind of have like my playlist with like my tops, and then I have like a mix of things that I've come across over the years, or that things I just remember from when I was younger.
Yeah, but that holiday music, again, because you just listen to it at a certain time, it's got its own magic, because it's like special.
It automatically puts you in that festive feeling. And dancing around the kitchen is always a mood booster.
Yes, and magic. Good exercise.
Yes, absolutely. Get that heart rate up.
Oh, cardio.
And then after you do your kitchen dancing to the holiday music, you might feel a little tired. So you hop in your car and you drive around to go see the lights and decorations. Yes. Just like when my kids were little, I used to pile them in the car and we would spend a night, you know, just driving around to see all the cool things. And you know what? You could do that as an adult too. Yeah. There's no law against it. Nothing's stopping you.
All good.
It's so fun just to be like, look at that. And people just get more and more creative all the time. So.
And I love the ones that do the lights to the music that you can hear. Yeah. It's like driving around and catching a show, which is great.
Right.
Yeah, a free show.
And so many of them will accept donations for charity, and that's just such a wonderful spirit of the spirit of giving.
Agreed. So, and after you've done your dancing and your driving, you can kind of come in and settle into your kitchen for the next one, which is baking. But baking in a way that you're going to give whatever you bake to a neighbor or a family member or something. So now you're spreading the holiday magic, which is always joyful. Yes.
Absolutely. And, along that same line of thinking, you know what? Why not make some cards for the community? The nursing home, they would love to get a personalized handwritten card from somebody in the community. The fire stations, police stations, all these service-oriented nurses at the hospitals, like people who are working hard through these holiday seasons. They don't necessarily get holidays off, or they don't, in the case of the nursing home, might not have family able to visit them as much. So let's brighten their days and make some nice cards. And drop them off.
I remember doing that with a class of students before, to even sending cards to soldiers around the holidays, those soldiers that can't be home. So, it's a two-way street of goodness there, because you feel good doing it, and obviously the receivers feel great getting it. And on the vein of community, just visiting a nursing home and bringing some joy there. I mean, there are so many people in a nursing home who have no one to visit them. So bringing that joy, whether you know someone there or not, just the joy that you bring by being a visitor there, especially around the holidays, lets them know that they're not forgotten. So
yes, I mean, it's not like the most scary thing to think that we age and we become invisible, and you get forgotten.
Yes.
And especially if you have little children, like being able to bring the kids in their cute little holiday outfits, they would, they love that. Residents would love to see that. And I'm sure, I don't know how all, nursing homes operate, but I'm sure that you could arrange to go in and play a card game with somebody, or watch a movie with a group of residents. I'm sure there are ways. So
just your presence. Yeah.
And then, of course, another way to spread magic is, if you have the means, you know what, when you go out to eat, or you're, utilizing a service, tip extra. It doesn't have to be a lot of extra. If you have a lot of extra, by all means give it, but even just a little bit of extra can brighten a worker's holiday. Maybe help them get that item for their child that they really want. It's expensive to live, and everybody is struggling at some in some way. But I remember reading a social media post about a group of women that every year they would go out to eat, and they would each tip $100 to their waitress or waiter. And I just it makes me cry every time I see it, because I'm imagine being that person and receiving that unbelievable gift. And obviously $100 is a lot of money, but even if you could just throw in an extra $5 or whatever, on top of what you would normally do.
Just
spread magic.
And I mean, it kind of lets you know how much you appreciate what they're doing. So awesome. Another one, another simple way to make the holidays feel magical is writing handwritten letters. Kind of putting that personal touch adds its own little magic. So, with your Christmas cards, for example, maybe, reaching out and just writing that personal message. Just in your own handwriting, not kind of hitting print to mass produce something. So just putting that personal touch, it's kind of like giving your own personal magic out for the holidays.
Yes,
so
absolutely. And we certainly don't want more labor than necessary. No. So, sometimes those mass produced things, it's so helpful to be able to stay connected. But at the same time, if you could just pick one person this year to say, you know what, I'm going to write them a personal letter, I'm sure that would mean so much to somebody and really spread magic. And along the same veins, reconnecting with somebody, reaching out to someone you haven't talked to in a long time. I think I love to hear from people who I haven't heard from in a long time. And, it can be very magical, whether it's someone you need to extend an olive branch to repair something, if it's healthy to do so, or, just somebody you just kind of fell away from. We have different friendships in different seasons of life, and they really meant something to you at one point, and maybe it just drifted away because your children aren't in that sport anymore, or you're not working at that place anymore, or whatever it may be. sometimes just reaching out and saying, I was just thinking about
Yes.
this memory I had with you, and I want to see how you're doing. Like, I think that could be really magical.
Yeah, there's nothing more cozy than getting one of those. I was just thinking about you, like texts or
Yeah.
calls or whatever. I mean, it's just so,
Yeah.
it feels so nice to be on someone's mind, And I
Absolutely.
think a lot of us have that where I know for me, sometimes like somebody will just pop into my head and then I don't do anything
Hmm.
about it. So like this
Yeah.
is us saying, do something about it. Do something
Do
about it
it.
when that happens. And again, find that magic of reconnecting. That's
Yeah.
good stuff.
Because we might feel weird doing it,
Yes.
like, why would they think I'm thinking about them? But like, it's people always think it's a good thing. Like,
Yes.
I don't think anyone's like, oh my gosh, that person I worked with 15 years ago
Thought of
thought
me.
of me. No, they're like, oh my gosh, that person I worked with 15 years ago thought about
Yeah.
me. And it is magical and it's kind and it makes people feel
Yeah,
good. And that's
I've
what we
even
want to
had
do.
the experience too where I have done that and they're like, "You know what? I was just thinking about you." And I was like,
Yes. Isn't
"Oh,
that weird
yes.
alignment?
Love when that
Yeah.
happens. I love when that
Yes.
happens."
That's magical for
Yes.
sure.
Yes. Um how about hosting a holiday movie night with friends? I mean, I know we've talked
Oh,
before about
yes.
liking, Hallmark holiday movies, but there are so
Yeah.
many other kinds of holiday movies out there, and what's
Mm-hmm.
better than watching it with a group of friends and having all the
So fun.
snacks and the twinkle
Ah,
lights and
snacks.
everything. So
Yes.
yeah.
The warm
Mm.
drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
I love the idea of putting together like a holiday delight
Ooh.
jar. Um, and I mean, just grab like a mason jar or an old pasta sauce jar or something. Clean it first. But like write down things that you noticed that brought you a smile or a moment of delight during the holiday season. Things that you notice. It's going to train your brain to look for the good
Mm.
things, even if they're small. And it can be easy to kind of get down. If we feel like things are stressful or our time is really splintered or we don't have the money for things we want or whatever it may be, we don't have the energy. So like I think having a meaningful place to collect your delights is just really special and magical and really good for our mental health. And it could be like, oh, I loved the neighbors light display tonight. Oh, I heard a song I haven't heard in a long time and it really brought me back to that Christmas in 1987 where I got my Cabbage Patch doll or whatever, like, or just seeing like some, anything. It could be like, oh, there was a child wearing a really cute little Christmas dress, or there was I was in Market Basket, which is a New England grocery store the other day, and there was this man and he had a cane, but it was all decorated for the
Oh, I
season.
love it.
So it had bells on the
Ah,
top and it
nice.
had like streamers all around it. And I had to compliment him on it because I was like, your cane is bringing me so much joy. It's so festive and wonderful. And that made him smile, and then he rang the bells for me and it was really cool.
That's
So
cool.
if I had started my holiday delight jar yet, I would have put that in
Yeah.
it. And in fact, I'm
You would
going
do
to
it.
do that.
Put it on the to-do list. I love it. That's
I don't
great.
want to forget.
I love being out and seeing other people be festive like that. Like that's great. That's
Yes.
awesome.
And
Yeah.
weird, right? Like it's
Yes.
kind of
Yeah.
weird in such a good, delightful,
Yeah.
wonderful way.
Yeah. The next one is just me being crazy, but add mint to everything. Like just add it to
Yes,
everything. Like you can't go wrong. Like
everything.
just do it. Mint,
No,
mint, mint,
I
and more
agree.
mint.
Oh my gosh, I'm with you on
Yeah.
that. I'm with you. I wish I could disagree with you since you don't like my
Glitter, yes. But I mean,
fascination.
you
But
can't dispute that the mint
mint,
is it.
no, it reigns
It
supreme.
does. It's like instant magic.
It is. I know. I put like the essential oil in my diffuser.
Yes.
Like to have the mint tea. It's so good for your belly
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
Yeah. Any candy that has mint in it.
Yes. Oh God. Yeah. Peppermint patty, Andy's candies, thin mints. I mean, Girl Scout cookies, thin mints. I mean, yeah.
Yes.
If you're putting dark chocolate and mint together, invite me. Invite me in. I want it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you for that for sure. All right, back to our magic. I'm just going to be fantasizing about mint now, but small surprises for loved ones, like just something to just delight them. Those are always magical.
Those are magical. Just quick little things that they're not expecting. Unexpected magic. That's the best.
Yes.
The next one, a slow walk at night. Now, up here in
Crispy
Vermont,
snow
yes,
underfoot.
it's snowy here, but there's nothing I love more than when you go out, especially this past last night because it was a full moon. So
Mm-hmm.
outside and like on the fringes it's dark, but then you've got the full moon kind of casting that like bluish glow, and it was the kind of snow that's like it looks like fake snow that you buy at a craft store in a bag. It was all light and fluffy and sparkles everywhere. And I'm out there walking the dog at like midnight, right? And I mean, I have a task to do. I've got to get the dog to do what needs to be done before we're in for the night. But I'm always out there and I'm just sort of like, oh, like just look at it out here. It's like being in this beautiful snow globe, and it's the definition of holiday magic. So wherever you are, even if it's not cold, just like nighttime slow walks have their own special magic for the holidays.
Especially while all these houses have their
Yes.
special lights out and stuff.
Yes.
Like the magic of it all is just amazing.
Yep.
But Christine, I think you need to tell your husband to prepare a room for me because I can't handle these descriptions. I need to come live there.
Yep. Come on, we'll watch movies. There'll be mint.
Yes.
The whole thing. Let's do it.
Only a little bit of glitter.
Just a little. I'll tape off a little zone that you can have glitter in. How's that?
Yes, but you know that glitter does not stay where you want glitter to stay.
Yes, that is true. So.
Oh, goodness. Okay, I'll leave the glitter. I'll be respectful. I'll just have like the glitter that, stays.
Yeah. Is there glitter that like disintegrates on its own over time? Because that would be wonderful.
I mean, that's a thing.
No, right? There isn't. Let's invent that. Put it in the to-do bucket.
Yes. Well, they do have like eco-friendly glitters now, but they're not really the same.
Okay.
So
all right.
I'm hoping for that.
Okay.
We're gonna work. All
right.
That. All right. So we'll wrap up our list of simple ways to make magic with our favorite, right? Mm-hmm. Create in your home somewhere, a little corner of your couch, a little extra room you might have, a little area of your bedroom, a nice little reading nook for yourself.
Yes.
And you're gonna put cozy blankets, a little bit of twinkling lights perhaps, maybe a little miniature Christmas tree of some sort. Yeah, tiny one, just to put some lights and a little festivity. And of course, a mug with a warm drink, maybe an electric blanket, some soft, cushy pillows, different textures. Make it a cozy little nest for yourself. And you are going to bring a holiday book into this cozy corner.
Yes.
And you will read and enjoy and just escape into the wonder of a holiday world.
Yes.
And that will create so much magic.
Absolutely.
So much magic.
Absolutely. I love it. Which segues into our next segment of we're going to do a reading realm segment, which is some holiday read suggestions. So the first one I have that I just read was Sleigh Bells and Snowstorms by Claire Kingsley, who I love. I've read all of her things. So this book takes place in her small town of Tillicum. And she's got, a series that takes place there. So this takes place in the same setting. But all I'm going to say is that the hero is British, and he's got a British accent, and he's charming, and he tracks down art thieves. So bit of an adventure there. So excellent book. If you like small town, but you like a little suspense and a little adventure in it. Perfect holiday read. So that's Sleigh Bells and Snowstorms by Claire Kingsley. And then I do have a recommendation from me, which is One Kind Dance, which is part of my One Kind Deed series. And this book takes place in December, includes Christmas. It's a holiday vacation fling romance. And currently in ebook right now, it is on sale for 99 cents. So those are my two holiday read suggestions for your cozy little holiday magical reading nook. How about you?
Those will be perfect in the nook. I love it. So yeah, absolutely, 100%. Start with the Christine DePetrillo one. And my recommendation is I just finished reading a book called A Kilt for Christmas. Ooh. It's by Trisha O'Malley, and it has amazing banter. Takes place in Scotland, which of course I'm obsessed with. Men in kilts, come on. Yeah. There's a ghost coup, Highland coup, like the cows. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's a ghost. Like, it's just perfect. So I definitely recommend that. And I also have a Christmas book. It's called Love, Spice, and Christmas Nights. It's part of the Healing Spring series. And it's this woman who inherited a toy store that has like a year-round Christmas theme from her parents when they passed, and she wants out because of some scandal in town. So she sells it, and the man who comes to buy it asks her to just stay on through the holiday season to help him learn. It's his first time owning a business like this. And of course, there may be some love that happens. They're both single parents, which also is fun. And there's just all the, holiday magic and the kisses in the snow and,
love it.
All those fun things. Will she stay or will she go?
Oh,
We'll never know.
Perfect for the cozy reading holiday nook. Love it. Love it. And we do want to mention also that Amanda and I are taking our Sweetheart Island matchmaking romance books, A Star to Hold and A Heart to Find, and we are putting them together in one bundle for purchase. And it's also going to have holiday bonus content. So all new content. So you'll be able to grab that there. If you check our links below in the show description, you can find your way over to finding that bundle, which will be a great thing to also take into the Nook. Because although the two stories aren't, super holiday, the bonus content is focused on the holiday. So
yes, you get to see what happens with these couples once the holidays hit.
Yes. Yeah, I always love bonus content. You check in with the characters again, get another little hit of them. So
that was amazing. Magical, one might say.
One might say.
And now we also we did get another question for our Wand of Wonder segment from a reader, Mary. Thank you so much for writing in. This is a really good question, and actually I have been asked this by other people before, so it was kind of perfect timing. But she wants to know, what is something good to gift someone who wants to be a writer? Ooh. And I love that you want to support your friend or family member in this endeavor. That's such a kind thing. So what do you think, Christine? What would you recommend?
Well, of course, I'm going to recommend books. Naturally. All writers love books. But I'll have three quick that I'll just very quickly. The first one is Write Naked by Jennifer Probst. This is it's a bestseller, Secrets to Writing Romance. So if your writing friend happens to want to write romance, this is great. And Jennifer Probst writes romance herself, so she does know what she's talking about. It's a very, very easy read. It has exercises in it that a writer can do as well. So kind of like you've got content, but you also have, some to-do things in here, which is great, some exercises. Then I have The Way of the Fearless Writer by Beth Kempton, who, if you have not discovered Beth Kempton, she also has a Substack. And she does these wonderful, a lot of her things are free. Like, in fact, I signed up last year. She did a winter writing sanctuary. It's just awesome. And she's doing it again this year. So if you can check out Beth Kempton on Substack and find that free winter writing sanctuary, highly recommend it. It will stimulate your creativity like nobody's business. But as far as giving a gift at the holidays to a writer, this book too is, it's part, it says on the front, mindful wisdom for a flourishing writer life. So it's kind of like got some like new age, like, your purpose is writing, like that kind of stuff, like soul stuff. But then it too has writing exercises in it that will really like extend and stretch and kind of get you in touch with what you want to do with writing. So highly recommend that one. She's also has taking her writing sanctuary free course. She has a lovely British accent as well, so she's just a delight to listen to. She also
everything more cozy.
Yeah, she also has a podcast called the Calm Christmas Podcast. So that's something that comes out just at this time of year. And then the last one is The Trope Thesaurus by Jennifer Helt, and she does them on different genres. I obviously have the romance one, but what's great, it's like kind of just like a Bible of, different tropes that you find in books, like the girl next door, the best friend's sister or brother, Across the Tracks, Return to Hometown, all these little things that you love. But she really breaks it down and gives you examples from other books and movies. So it's always like when I sit down to plot a book, I kind of like, well, which tropes haven't I used yet? And so this is a great guide for that. So the links to these 3 books that I shared will be down below if you want to grab those for your gifts for your writing friends. What about you? What do you think?
Those are fantastic. Well, I'm going to lean over here to grab my book. Hold on one second. I love this series of books.
Oh,
The
yes.
Emotion Thesaurus, by Angela Ackerman and Becca Puglisi. I don't know how to say that last name. I apologize. But I have like all of the books. They have like the rural settings thesaurus, the negative trait thesaurus, the positive trait. This one's my most used. If I were to gift one to a writer, I think the Emotion Thesaurus is fantastic because it really helps you. I think as writers, we tend to get into the habit of using the same words and the same descriptions a lot. And so this, you can like look up, the feeling of excitement, and it'll give you the physical signals and behaviors, internal sensations, mental responses, body language, things that can escalate to, things like that. Super, super, super helpful just to like, for a quick thing, it just stimulates your brain to like think in a different direction.
Yeah.
So highly recommend this.
I see all your sticky notes in the top there. So
I know. I'm like, what are my most used? Like, tormented. I don't know what book that was from. And stunned. Oh, okay, we got that. Connectedness. Super fun. And then one of the other things besides books, I have a million book recommendations I could give. However, I also think now the books and stuff are awesome, especially if it's like a friend where you get kind of a lower price point. If you are a partner or a very, very good friend, or you have extra you want to spend, I think the best thing you can gift someone is time to learn their craft in perhaps like paying for them to go to a conference. Or like conferences are huge. I feel like if I did not have conferences when I was starting, I don't know that I would have become a professional writer.
Agreed.
Like they were really instrumental.
Yes, agreed.
Nowadays, there are a lot of them online. If you can encourage someone to go to a physical conference, I think you should. It's really great to get out of your regular world and into this sort of like cocoon of professionalism where there's just all other people who are doing the same things. You realize that the way you think is not abnormal and that it is like a very kind of weird, yes, fun, yes, but also kind of standard, in a lot of ways. And it's in that way, I don't think, not to say I want us to be standard, but there is a reassurance in being like, oh, other people have this experience too. And you just learn so much from people who have been in the business or who have written books. So definitely like a conference, I would highly recommend.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you can help somebody with that, best gift ever.
Yeah. And if you can go with a buddy to a conference, even better, because we've done that too. We've been down to a conference in Disney World.
And that was amazing.
That was amazing. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
so,
we need to redo that one.
Yeah. You're so right about going to those conferences, though, because writing is a solitary thing. It's not like being in an office building where you see your colleagues at the water cooler and catch up or whatever.
Yeah.
That's that doesn't happen. So by going to those conferences, you kind of are like, oh, here are my colleagues. These are all the people that are doing what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
And it's nice to be steeped in that for a little while.
Yeah,
definitely.
We half the time I don't brush my hair, I don't put on makeup. I might write in my pajamas all day. If I have to stumble outside to get the mail, it looks like I haven't seen sunlight in years. It's nice to be able to just like be a human for a little while without feeling professional. And also like, a conference can be pricey. So if you can't pay for someone, and I'm thinking like if you're like a parent of someone or someone who would give a very big gift, or if a bunch of people got together to help with this. But if you can't, or if you don't want to spend, or if you can't spend any money, or you want to like give a book, and then in addition, a list of resources. There are so many podcasts, clubhouse rooms, 20 books to 50K used to do conferences every year, and all of their workshops are free on YouTube. So like if you were to come, just put a little research in, write to us. I have like tons of resources that I've shared with friends who've asked, happy to give you any of those things, and you compiling them in a list and gifting it to someone and saying, hey, I did this work for you.
Yes.
that's such a gift.
Yes.
You do not have to spend money
No.
to make somebody feel supported and appreciated and valued.
Yeah.
So.
And it even, it doesn't have to be a week-long conference either. There are like hour-long workshops that are powerful and much cheaper.
Yes.
But still have that same community writing energy that any writer would like. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Or gifting them a membership to a professional organization too, like something like Romance Writers of America or Sisters in Crime or, a fantasy writers organization. There are a lot of them out there that, might cost $100 a year, might be less, might be more, but that's something I think would be very, very appreciated and something they can use all year round.
Yeah, I remember a fellow writer and I that we used to collaborate on things every year. It kind of canceled each other out, but we would pay for each other's Writer's Digest subscription.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, that's awesome. If we're both doing it, obviously we're spending the same thing, but it was like a gift subscription from each other. Yes. So
that's great.
So anyway,
I love that.
Yeah. So I think that was a great question, and I hope listeners, you got some ideas for your writing gifts for writers on your list. So
sure. Yes. Thank you for asking me.
Yeah. If we didn't have any of these things, we would love to get them. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, looking at that Emotion Thesaurus, that one, I've always seen that one and I've never bought it. So I might.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I have the whole series, like every one they come out with. I just love. And I use the Emotion one the most, and I don't use it as much now as I used to, but love it, man.
Yeah. And again, you don't use it as much as you used to now because you're used to thinking that way. But it's a good tool for a beginning writer to like be like, like this is what I should use. So,
especially if it's an emotion that you're not super familiar with, that you can't draw from a lot.
Yes. Yeah. Perfect.
Helps.
Perfect. Good. All right. I think it's time for our Sprite Spell update, where we dare each other and you, our joylings, to do something to bring joy. Our last challenge was to gift, on the idea of gifts still, gift yourself something in order to move forward on a creative path. So for me, I gifted myself a few additional poetry books to research like how they're set up, who publishes them, kind of like market research stuff, just to kind of get some ideas. Because as I've mentioned before, I'm starting to think about taking this collection of poetries that I have here and there and doing something with them. So in researching what other people have done with their poems, kind of moved me a little bit forward on that path. So how about you?
I love it. Well, I gifted myself with the recordings from the most recent Romance Writers of America conference. I didn't go to the conference, but I did purchase all the MP3s. And there's one course in particular that I'm really into right now, which was how to write Hallmark movies.
Oh, nice.
And it's really good. She gives a lot of really good information. So I'm like, I feel like it was worth it just for that. Yeah. I'm not saying I ever will do it, but my brain is always like, ooh, what's this other thing I could do?
Yeah. Well, and that's always stuff to incorporate, into the books that we write too. So I mean, it's the same ideas.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Cool.
I mean, she breaks it down like by like on page this of the script, this moment has to happen, like because those are so formulaic. Like it really breaks down exactly how to write them, and she shared like a lot of information about the process and the payments and all that. So
yeah. I've been on the topic of Hallmark movies. I find it really refreshing that some of the newer ones are kind of thinking a little bit outside the box. Like, there have been a couple where, like, I just watched one and the couple, like, they already met at the beginning of the movie. Like, obviously when you watch those, they're going to end up together. But, like, you knew right off at the start, and the story kind of was told almost in reverse of, like, what are all the things that led up to that moment. And there have recently also been some that involve like time travel and magic kind of stuff. And I really enjoy that because it's taking like my love of like paranormal kind of stuff and putting it into the love couples and relationship stuff that I love. And I'm like, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, she talked about that too, about how like they're really looking for like more diverse kinds of storylines and characters and things like that. So it's really interesting to see the different family constellations.
Yeah. Cool.
So we both accomplished our Sprite Spell challenge. I'm really excited for us. And now we have a new one to issue. So our new challenge this time around, we'll keep it a little simple. we thought that maybe we could take a photo that represents what the holiday means to us, to you, Joylings. Just something, something that captures your attention. We're thinking creatively about how to capture it in a photograph. And it does not have to be professional, obviously. Get out your camera and just something that speaks holiday magic to you, or what the holiday season represents to you.
Yes.
We'll share ours on our Substack, and we ask you, Joylings, to share your photos with us. We'd love to see them.
Yeah. A picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So we want you to capture 1,000 words about the holiday in a photo. I think that'll be great.
We want to know.
Yeah,
for sure.
We'll see how we did with this new sprite spell in the next episode. And Joylings, please do tell us about your progress with any of the sprite spells. So if you go back and watch some of the others and you do some of those, like, we're always wanting to hear how you're doing with those. And you can comment wherever you listen or watch the podcast, or direct message us on social media. Our links, as always, are below in the show description and on the About tab of our Fiction Fairies Substack.
I appreciate that you said that about past episodes, because, we're a new podcast and you may come in on episode 30, but there's always going to be more content to go and absorb. So you can see all the ways we've made fools of ourselves so joyfully.
Yes.
And also join in on any of our sprite spells at any time.
Yes.
We are a time traveling podcast.
Yes.
We are captured in time, and you can jump in anytime, and it's like it's all new.
Yep.
So I think that's it for episode 6. Can you believe it? 6, my favorite number.
It's your favorite number. I love even numbers, so that makes me feel good that it's 6. Okay. Here we go.
6, yes. 36 is technically my favorite number, but
6 will do it.
6 is like my favorite single number.
Well, my birthday is on the 6th of July, but 6. Yeah,
well,
so I like 6.
Another reason why I just adore you. And mine is the 12th, so I'm like double
it. Nice. Oh, I love just like let's not go down the rabbit hole of numbers now.
I know. Yeah. We'll have to do an episode on numerology or something. We will.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like angel numbers and all that. Oh God, yes.
1111, make a wish.
Yes.
So if you enjoyed the Fiction Fairies podcast, please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe. Don't be shy. We want to see you out there. It's cool to like the weird girls, okay? We're not in high school anymore. This is the cool thing. Find us on social media. Hey, leave us a review, perhaps. And, of course, tell everyone you know about the podcast. If someone shared this podcast with you, it's because they absolutely adore you and want you to have all the joy in your life.
That's right.
So, don't forget to check out the 10 simple ways to make the holidays feel magical graphic at the link in the show description.
Yep. And if you're a creative person and want to be a guest on the Fiction Fairies podcast, or you're a listener with suggestions, there are forms in the show description and on our Substack to contact us.
Absolutely. And so now we will leave you with the Glimmer Challenge. I'm getting out my wand. I've got my magic wand here. And we are going to ask you, our Joyling listener, to find and spread joy today. Farewell, Joylings.
Farewell, Joylings. See you next time on the Fiction Fairies podcast. Bye.
Bye.